Tonight, on Be Something Wonderful, how to free yourself from negative thoughts. I am your host, Tom Kieran, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Another great lesson tonight. This is really based on the teachings of Byron Katie. They just call her, she goes by Katie, and she wrote Loving What Is. I'll leave a link below. But she talks about the idea of questioning your thoughts, that all thoughts are illusions. All thoughts are made up. All thoughts are untrue. This is big because this is the thoughts are really the story you're telling yourself, right? And that when we believe our thoughts, when we believe our negative thoughts specifically, or thoughts that she says, stressful thoughts, that's the cause of all suffering. Right? So the idea is she comes up with the idea of questioning your thoughts. Is it true? How can you really believe that it's really true? And this questioning process breaks the illusion, dissolves the illusion. And you find that the thoughts are not true, that no thought is absolutely true, that it's all made up. This is big. Why? Because our reality, what we create, what we manifest in our life, comes from the thoughts we think, the feelings that we feel, and the story we're telling ourselves. That story we're telling ourselves are those thoughts. And if it's a negative story, you are creating a negative life, right? That's what you are. What you think and feel is what you perceive and see in the world. This is huge, right? So what does Byron say? Once you question your thoughts or your story, they lose power over you. So she's not saying don't think the thoughts, try to change your thoughts, don't think negative thoughts, none of that. She's not even saying get rid of the negative thoughts. She says what she talks about is meeting the thoughts with love and understanding. This is big, like a little child that's screaming for its toy. You meet it with love and understanding, right? So this takes a lot of weight off, right? Because a lot of times we get immediately, we tense up when we think, oh, I can't think negative thoughts, or I have to change my beliefs, right? I have to change my subconscious beliefs. I'm gonna change the thoughts I'm thinking. None of that is necessary. You just simply need to question them and to know they're not real, to know they're illusion. Once you question, is it true? In fact, with each thought, she recommends turning each thought into a question. And this way you break the illusion. They lose power over you. Once the illusion, this is what Katie says, once the illusion is questioned, it can no longer exist. This is huge. Once the illusion is questioned, it can no longer exist. That thought and that story cannot hurt you anymore, right? And here's what she says. I came to see that there is nothing unacceptable. This is why Katie sees every event, every circumstance, everything that what is acceptable. She doesn't judge them as good or bad, right? Or as lucky or unlucky, right? Nothing. Everything is acceptable. We got on this we talked about this in prior lessons, right? This is the ultimate non-attachment. This is the ultimate surrender or letting go. This is a great definition, right? She defines attachment as getting attached. Believing attachment, Katie says attachment is believing the thoughts you think. Hear this is huge. It's getting attached to the story you're telling yourself with those thoughts. Believing the thoughts you think, right? It's not the thought, just leave the thought alone. It's believing the thought. It's telling a story with that thought. That's what attachment is, right? Non-attachment is questioning the thought, exposing the illusion. That's really the meaning of let go, let God. Right? So it's not letting go of your desires. It's not even letting go of the fear of a negative outcome, because you don't have a fear, because there are no negative outcomes now. Hear this, because I think one of you wrote me and talked about this. It's not letting go of fear of a negative outcome. Because now all outcomes are acceptable. Everything is acceptable. Why? Because you know you've got the power now. You've got the power to dissolve that story, to dissolve those thoughts, to question them, and just let them dissolve on their own. This is big. There's thinking the thought and there's believing the thought. Then there's the link. You are breaking the connection. When you question the thought, you break the connection. Is it true? How can you know it can be true? What would you feel like, or what would you do if it wasn't true? And then you ask the opposite of that thought. This is how she does it. So what happens when you break the connection? Well, it just leaves an untrue thought. And when you don't believe the thought anymore, what's left? Love. What's left? Love. This is huge. What's left when you drop the negative story? When you don't believe the thought anymore? What's left is that love that has no opposite, the true reality. This is why that's why she named the book Loving What Is. She loves reality because she knows the true reality is that love that has no opposite. We make up the opposites. We tell the stories. We label, we judge them, and we believe it. That's what creates the opposites. When you're in this kind of power, it doesn't matter what comes up. Because remember, guys, if something comes up that you would normally judge as negative, now you know that it's not negative, that it's on your path it's in that love and on that path to where you need to go. This is huge today. This ties into our last couple lessons. So that's how you free yourself from negative thoughts. That's the ultimate form of non-attachment. That's letting go and let God. Why? Because when you stop believing the thoughts, when you question the thoughts, you now are not attached to them. Now you can let go and let God. What's left when you're not attached to those thoughts? Love, the love that has no opposite. God. So now God, you can let go and let God, because everything that's going to come to you is going to be interpreted in that view, is going to be perceived in that view of the true reality, the true love. This is huge today, guys. So once the illusion is questioned, it can no longer exist. You break the connection between thinking that negative thought and believing it. Once you stop believing it, it just leaves an untrue thought. The illusion is broken. You are free. What's left? The love that has no opposite. Let go and let God. I am your host, Tom Caron, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. Hit me up at Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, Instagram or Twitter at Tom Caron. Our website at tomcaron.com or besomethingwonderful.com, or write me at info@besomethingwonderful.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, with great love, this is Tom. See you soon.